So today, March 13th, 2023, at Iditarod is wrapping up. They're doing the final 90 some odd miles. There's the checkpoint of email, but Elam, the checkpoint of email, but the checkpoint of Elam, which is on the way, as well as Galvin, there on the way between Koyuk and White Mountain. White Mountain, the final mandatory rest, an 8-hour layover, and then about another 90 or some odd miles till Nome. But it's about a little over 90 miles from Koyuk to White Mountain. And I'm assuming that Pete and Ryan, the race leaders, Ryan Redding and Pete Kaiser, are going to attempt to go straight through pretty much. Especially Ryan is going to be feeling pressured by having Pete behind him unless they both plan to stop together. Richie is in third, a little bit back. Matt Hall's jumped up the standings, pulled a move, and is in fourth, I believe, from having glanced at it an hour or so ago, unless something has changed. And Ryan's got 10 dogs leaving Koyuk, and Pete has 8 on the line. Obviously, it's going to be a big deal if Ryan ends up having to load one of those 10. It's going to slow him down a fair amount, and it's going to give Pete a potential edge. Pete left less than 30 minutes behind Ryan from the checkpoint of Koyuk, and Ryan took about 3.5 hours, or a little bit more, and Pete took like 3 hours and 10 or 15 minutes there in terms of the rest. So not a lot of rest. They got the dogs fed. They got the dogs enough rest, hopefully, to make that last final run. And if the weather's supposed to be good, trail's supposed to be good. If Ryan just has a smooth run, doesn't have to load a dog, doesn't go super fast, but doesn't go super slow, and Pete doesn't catch up to him, I think Ryan was going to have this race. But obviously, even from White Mountain to Nome, there's if Pete can catch up to him, or even just keep it 20 minutes between the two of them, between Koyuk and all the way to White Mountain. And obviously we can't estimate enough that there's some big open expanses out there, in terms of the trail, Gollivan and stuff like that. So Pete's dogs, unless Ryan gets like an hour ahead of him, Pete's dogs will be able to see Ryan Reddington's team at some point in that big open barren expanse on the tundra, and that will perk them up, and Pete will begin pedaling, and he might be able to run Ryan down just because it will increase the enthusiasm of his sled dogs when they see the other dog team out there on the trail in front of them. So it'll be interesting to see if Pete is able to close that gap on the way to White Mountain.